Hello, and welcome back to me building my luxury personal assistant business. It's me, Trey, the CEO and founder of Young and Company Personal Assistants and Concierge. Today, we're focusing on a small outreach. I know we've been focusing on branding, but I wanted to get ahead of outreach, so I decided to hit up Upwork and see the options and some job acquisitions or requisitions, if you will, on the site. As you can see, I'm going through some of these requisitions. They look promising. But something I didn't understand when creating my Upwork profile is that you have to kind of like petition or buy connects to apply, if you will. So I will be doing that once the official outreach portion of my journey starts, which will be in a week or so. But I wanted to get ahead of it just to make sure that I knew what I was doing. If anything looks incorrect, looks correct, looks like disheveled in terms of my presentation or profile. And I got some of that today with Upwork. Now, I know that in some instances when we transition into, let's say, Indeed, that like my resume is going to have to be updated to a certain extent, because I realize that like a lot of my resume speaks to my auditing experience, right? And not enough administrative experience, which I feel like those are two in one, because if I work in auditing, I know how to do scheduling. I know how to travel, obviously make travel arrangements, calendar reset, calendar management for a manager and C-suite, and also for myself, given that my past experience, I've had to complete 300 controls for myself, just at least. But either way, I will be updating that in the near future to make sure that my resume does align with what's being asked as a personal assistant. As you can see here, I'm looking through some of the requisitions located on LinkedIn, which is I feel is still a great place for requisitions. I haven't had any bad ones as of yet. Some of them obviously don't hit you back up in a reasonable time period, but I'm still going to trust the process. So as you can see, I'm going through some of these requisitions here, looking at what I want to look at or apply to really, and applying to my first one here via Easy Apply. Is that what it is? Yeah, just going through that and applying just to make sure that it looks correct. What can I update? What can I change to make it look better for myself, and putting my best foot forward for recruiters and or contract roles, really. That's what I'm really interested in. I then extended my time and attention to another job application that was offline, so off Easy Apply. If you know what Easy Apply is on LinkedIn, then you know that when I mean offline, it's like taking you to a separate location to actually apply for the job. And this was for Porsche. So this is also in Atlanta. They're asking me detailed questions. I first saved it, and I think I had to update it to go to the next stage. As you see the red spots here, it's asking me if I worked at Porsche before. No. Am I a current employee? No. These are just the generalized questions. The hopes for this and for when I actually do the outreach portion of my journey is to be a contractor. I understand within the current state of the job market, it might be harder. I'm not speaking this out into the existence, but I'm not affirming this. It might be harder, right, for certain jobs to CB, right? So I'm going to try to go under like a contractor, independent contractor role, which is really what I have for, as an entrepreneur in a business. So I finished the Porsche application, as you can see here, and now I think I'm adding additional documentation for this. Right, I had to go back and add additional documentation because I realized I wanted to add my letters of recommendation, which I did. I don't think it's asking for an address here. I think I'm just updating my profile for to account for my education and my experience, making sure that it's up there and up to date. And I just really wanted to add the 3 recommendation letters that I had. I just got a 4th one from my most recent job, which I think the most high that I got to. It's been a year since I've been working at that job. So I'm glad that the senior internal auditor decided to give me a recommendation. Shout out to Katrina. Amazing person. So yeah, that's me updating when I graduated from college, just to be up to date within my profile. I know I should have did this first, but you know what? That's why we have some of these trial and error periods in these small batches, if you will, kind of like a focus group, pseudo focus group for myself to see like what works, what doesn't work, right? How long does it take me to actually apply to these things? What are they looking for? right? How can I tailor again my resume to make it seem or make it most appealing to those who are interested as in me as a contractor? Because again, this is my first time being an entrepreneur, and you are all on the journey with me. And I just want to make sure that if someone were to follow this, kind of like an auditing, do they have a step-to-step tutorial on how to do this? And I'm trying to do that for me in the future if I do create another business, or someone who's wanting to just create their own. All right, that's the day. Yeah, that's it for the day. If you're wanting to work with me, comment, DM, or assist, and I will be right with you. Have a great day. Hello, and welcome back to day 4 of me